Hello guys, it's Shazado, you know me, coming at you with another Gran Turismo 6 video. The gameplay here is of a multiplayer race I did back in August. And you people are thinking, oh, why do you have to wait so long for to post a video from August? Well, to answer that question, I've never really had the idea of getting onto YouTube until recently. Oh, I'm sorry if my voice cuts out just a little bit. It's because I have food. Yeah, anyway, this particular race, it's me in the strongest Alfa. I'll explain the strongest Alfa a little bit more once I tell what everyone else is in. Second place in the LFA. Actually, I'll do this. Me in the strongest Alfa. GC Impreza. He lags out he eventually lags out at this lap. So he's not really much of a concern. I don't know what happened. He just suddenly stopped and just disappeared. Then there's Elite Killa in this FDRX7. Hillcrest in the Honda NSX-LM, which is a car I really want to get, but I never have the money for it. See, here's where GC Impreza just disappears off the face of the earth. You have Red Pyro in the RX-8, being a little bit aggressive. Then we have Outlaw Avenger in a Cizetta. I don't even know why people drive these, and multiplayer races are uncompetitive as hell. Lockdown in probably the slowest Golf I've ever seen in a 580 performance point race. No offense to you, Lockdown, it is a very good handling car. It just has no speed. And then Baton in the BMW Z8. Okay, so with the strongest Alfa, the inspiration came from one of my favorite characters from the Toho franchise. If you might have known from one of my other videos, that character would be Kierno. The number 9 is supposed to represent her nickname, which is referred to as 9-Ball, or just, yeah, 9-Ball, because of in one of the games, she was referred to as 9, and then next to the number 9 it was Baka, which means idiot in Japanese. So there's that, and the mainly blue and white color scheme with the car and the wheels. That's the two main colors that Kierno has. So yeah. Yeah, I just end up dominating this race. So, gameplay aside, Gran Turismo isn't the only game I play. For a few years, you might have known, for people who do know me, you've known that I used to play Call of Duty a lot. And I stopped because I was not used to it anymore. Why, you may ask, is because I was playing a lot of Destiny. Destiny right now is my favorite game. I would record gameplay, but it doesn't have the nice feature of theater mode. So I'd have to do basically live recording. And second, it's just much easier to do videos for Gran Turismo than it is to do anything else, since I can just have a saved replay like this, put my phone into the correct spot, and then just record a video. So there's that. I'm not sure what I'm going to post next. Probably take a day off after this video or so, and then do the Veterans Day post, where hopefully I can have a very American vehicle You know, with the whole red, white, and blue thing going. But no, I thoroughly do enjoy this car. It does have some oversteer, like the BMW, but it's much easier to tame, considering it has racing tires, racing brakes. This is basically a full-tuned vehicle. If you guys want, I can give a setup for this car. But if not, that's fine. Yeah, long pause. Again, a long pause, because I'm looking at a piece of paper that has all the stuff I've written down for ideas, and I can't think of anything to talk about. This is why we can't have nice things, because little joke. But no, there is potential in the future where I'll do a live race. Well, sort of live. It's me actually driving. So you'll see what camera view I use for racing. But I think it's going to be really hard to talk and drive at the same time. So yeah, this is actually going to be a pretty long replay, considering this is, what, 18 minutes? Yeah, this is a 10-lap race, and it took like 18 minutes or so. But no, I think it would be kind of interesting to do other vehicles based off of Toho characters, considering this being the strongest Alfa. There's one that does come to mind, but I don't know how that's going to work out. No, I'm going to need to look through vehicles to see what I can use, and probably... I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. You know, okay, you don't see who's online, which is a good thing, because phone is at an angle. I don't mind it being at an angle too much, it's just so it won't slip. Because this is the third time recording this, and it really ticked me off, because phone, it would just lean forward just a little bit, so you wouldn't see what position I was, and what are you doing, phone? It wouldn't see what position I was, what lap it was, what lap time was. And just so you know, I do keep all the telemetry up so you guys can, see what's going on, how I do, lap time wise. Yeah, at this point, it's just, they're second, way in the background. Yeah, because I was pulling mid 130 laps. Well, like 135, 136, 137. Well, more along the lines of 37s, 38s, 39s. Well, if there's... Well, I'm going to say this a little earlier, but if you want me to do anything specific, with vehicle type of race, or, just me driving the vehicle, or me critically failing on a vehicle, don't be afraid to comment. I'm willing to take suggestions in. And, the feedback really helps. Like, if you have a low running YouTube channel, I can give you feedback as well. If you're starting out like I am. Well, yeah, starting out like I am. This is why that's why I'm basically spamming videos. And this is mostly due to boredom. Because, I do play Gran Turismo a bit now, considering, the whole YouTube thing. But Gran Turismo is just, as much as I love the game, it gets boring after a while. Because I've basically played Gran Turismo 5 since it came out, which was all the way back in 2010. Yeah, so I've been playing Gran Turismo for quite some time, and I've ended up becoming really good at it. Well, not quite leaderboard status, but you know, I do some time trials, and I do fairly well in those time trials. It's just ever since I got my wheel, I went to a more reserved driving style instead of being so aggressive. Because when I use my standard controller, it just becomes aggressive. I just become super aggressive. And what are you doing, phone? Yes, I know this is a long video, but can you hold on for a little while longer? Just me talking to myself. Let's see, with also the previous video, how I said I sound like Tanner Faust. I was talking to my sister since I was showing her, she was looking at a couple of the videos that I posted, and she said at one point I actually sounded like my older brother. That surprised me a little bit and made me laugh because I now realize that. Yeah, I really need to write down more ideas because I've covered basically everything except for a couple, which I'm probably going to do separate videos for. Might as well talk a little bit more about myself. And I might need to do a little bit of explaining before I, talk about, where I live and whatnot. I live in Oregon, like I've said. More specifically, Salem. And really, phone? Really? Do you not want me to talk right now? Do you really want... There we go. But no, I do live in Salem. And I go to South Salem High School, which is currently the only high school that has had its own holiday. I'm not kidding. There was actually a statewide holiday for the high school I go to. It was called Saxon Day, and it was back in September of this year. And so far, we're the only high school to do that, considering South has been around for this is its 61st year since the doors opened. So yeah, there was a lot of state officials, those kind of people, at the school, and they did their own little speech. It makes me very proud to be a Saxon, because there's a motto that a lot of people go by: it's once a Saxon, always a Saxon. And that's a motto that I'm probably gonna go by as well. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna be next. Speaking of school, if you hear me speaking in a different language, it'll usually be in German, since I'm taking high-level German. Because I've been taking German all of high school. So if you hear me speaking in a different language, probably with a different voice, then yeah, it's most likely going to be German. But I am learning a little bit of Japanese as well, so I know some words, thanks to my friends and whatnot. And I'm also taking physics, which that is probably my second favorite class. Well, because I like all my classes this year except for my math class, which I have to do an IA for. Yeah, IA is going to take a while. But, like I said, I'm going to make a separate video explaining everything that I'm going to be doing for the IA. which includes, you know, vehicles that I'm going to use, track I'm going to use, and all that stuff, you know, what I'm going to do, like, math-wise, since it's a math IA. You know, onto the last lap. I think I get my best time on this lap. I don't know. Otherwise, it's the best lap. It says 137.9. I think I end up beating the 137 lap time. Now, a lot like the last video with me in the Toyota FT1 Vision GT, I just completely dominated this race. You know, going through the little S bend. So I'll, you know, might as well put it on, you know, change the camera view. And this is, okay, I'll do spoiler. I do use this camera view. I do the over the hood camera view for my driving. I don't use the cockpit view, considering I use a racing wheel, and it just throws me off a little bit. So there's that, and I don't use the first-person view. I don't use the bumper cam because that just throws me off. Because sometimes it'll lean and whatnot. Oh, I didn't remember this when you were recording the first 2 times, but I nearly lapped Pyra at the end. Because if you can see on the map that little triangle, that was him, and then there's me. Oh, it looks like I finished with the 139.8. Without, you know, that's with worn tires and fuel. How's everyone else doing? Ooh. Looks like he's finished. And ooh, there's a little bit left, so watch people finish. But no, overall, this is probably one of the only races where I've absolutely dominated at. I'll probably post a video sometime soon about me not winning a race, like me finishing like 5th or something. Yeah, oh, looks like Lockdown actually got some distance on Avenger. Yeah, considering Avenger's having problems with rear tires. Yeah, and see, there the replay ends. Now, okay, that's going to be the end of the video. So if you liked what you saw, you know, comment, rate, whatever. And, you know, it'll be nice. I'll actually show you the setup for... No, that's the wrong car. See, you see some of the vehicles I have. Here's the strongest Alfa. 570, you know. And yes, my driver tower looks like the Stig. See? So here's the setup. I do use racing soft tires on both ends of the car. Suspension, I don't know if you can see that well enough. There we go. See? I use that for suspension. Transmission, I left stock. No, I switched it to the short 6-speed. So, see my differential settings. I do use triple plate clutch and then carbon shaft. Power, everything's, you know, power is maxed out. The body, that's maxed out. Downforce is at 20, considering, you know, the side of the wing. See, there's some other stats. So yeah, that is pretty much gonna do it for this video. So, auf Wiedersehen.